state elections, new AI tools, sports awards, and inflation data. Every day, the news cycle generates hundreds of potential data points for your upcoming exams. Many students respond to this volume by attempting to rote memorize every headline and statistic. This approach leads to total cognitive burnout long before exam day. Success in these tests relies on understanding that examiners follow a rigid selection logic. They prioritize headlines that contain specific, repeatable data patterns. By applying the examiner's lens, you can filter out the ambient noise and identify the exact information that will actually appear on the question paper. To pass, you have to transition from a passive reader to an active hunter of these specific variables. Consider the latest economic reports. In March 2026, India's retail inflation rose to 3.4%, driven by rising food prices and global supply pressures. Highlighting and memorizing that 3.4% figure is a mistake. That specific percentage will likely be outdated by the time you sit for the test. This chart tracks the inflation trend, but the real fact is in the NSO report's fine print. The government shifted to a new consumer price index, establishing 2024 as the base year. This changes weights for food and fuel, accurately measuring current consumption patterns. When a government changes its foundational measurement standard, the standard itself becomes the priority for test makers. A second rule for your mental filter involves looking for historic absolutes, facts that represent a permanent change in status or a broken record. Look at the recent appointment of Lieutenant General Susan Coyle in Australia. She is the first female Army chief in Australia's 125-year military history. That first-of-its-kind distinction makes this a high-probability exam target. This logic applies equally to the world of sports, where long-standing physical records serve as clear markers of historical change. At the Rotterdam Marathon, Sawan Barwal finished in 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 58 seconds. This performance ended a 48-year-old Indian national record set by Shivnath Singh in 1978. You see it again in the Wisden Leading Cricketer Awards for 2025, where India's Deepti Sharma and Australia's Mitchell Starc both earned top global honors for their performances over the calendar year. Whether it is a military glass ceiling or a 5-decade athletic record, history-making absolutes are the most reliable bets for exam inclusion. Examiners also heavily index government technology programs and specialized environmental awards because they represent national development priorities. For example, the Anusantan National Research Foundation recently launched Seral AI, a platform designed to simplify academic publications. The key data point here is the platform's mandate to translate research into exactly 18 Indian languages to improve scientific accessibility. In the field of conservation, forest guard Anita Chowdhury was recently honored with the WWF Michelli National Award. She earned this recognition by rescuing over 500 wild animals and leading anti-poaching efforts in the Sher Guard Wildlife Sanctuary. Finally, look at major political transitions, such as the resignation of Bihar's Chief Minister, Nitish Kumar. This ends a 2-decade era of governance, with Deputy CM Samrat Chowdhury taking the oath as the new Chief Minister. These shifts in executive power, multilingual tech platforms, and national conservation milestones form the core narrative of the country's development. When you view the news through this perspective, the irrelevant headlines fade away. The high-value, testable facts become clearly visible. You can apply this filter to everything from Sunil Bajpayee's appointment in the Income Tax Department to cultural celebrations like the Tamil New Year, Putandu. Stop trying to memorize the entire newsfeed. Start reverse engineering the test. Subscribe to the channel to keep your strategic exam preparation sharper than the competition. Success in competitive exams requires a tactical vision that recognizes the hidden architecture of the question paper.